Hello everyone, it's Liz Holloway here from Liz Holloway Design, and welcome to my tutorial. Lately I have been using the bullet journals just because I find that it's very useful in getting myself organized, and I was trying to figure out a way how to use our stamp set into our journals. I'm not a huge fan in drawing, and I'm not very good at it, and so what I had tried to figure out was how to use our stamp set, our ink pads, and all our color medium without having the page leak right into the other side. And let me show you how this is done. To start off with, you'll need gesso, which you can buy at any of your local craft store, and I bought this through Michael's because that is the closest one to me. You'll also need a sponge brush as well as your heat tool, because I am not the type of person who likes to wait and let it sit overnight. Let me show you how this is done. I'm going to protect my sheet with a chipboard, and so when I'm doing so, I just place a chipboard behind the blank page, and then all I need is the sponge brush as well as the gesso, and you only need a little bit. What the gesso does is that it actually gives the page a coat of white paint, kind of like a primer, and so when you're applying this, the thinner you apply, the faster it will dry. And you can still see the little bullets on your pages for any other journaling. This gesso actually protects your page from leaking through onto the other side, so that you're not wasting pages after pages when you are stamping. Once you have done your gesso on your page, if you want to add another gesso page, make sure you do it right away. Otherwise, clean your brush, foam brush, immediately by running it underneath warm tap water, and then air dry it for the next application. This will keep your brush clean, and at the same time it will keep it longer for future uses. You will see that I apply the gesso left to right and as well top to bottom, and then this will make sure that we have the complete coverage of the pages. Okay, like I said, the thinner of the gesso that you place, the faster it will dry. When I do my bullet journal, I like to make sure that I have a dry surface area. And so I'm the type of person that loves to do things quickly and not waste any time. And so what I'm doing is I took my heat tool to dry the gesso before applying the inks onto the pages. And you got to make sure that it is dry, because once you get your ink onto the gesso, it makes it a bit messier page. So again, make sure the gesso page is completely dry before moving on. Now that the pages are dry, I'm going to now go ahead and stamp it with the Yeah You stamp set and the Charming Cafe. The Yeah You stamp is only available for the hostess, and so you can only get this particular set when you hold a workshop. I'm using the flag part, the wide open one, that I'm going to eventually add a date on it, and so I'm applying this right onto my clear acrylic block, which got grid lines on it to make sure that my stamp is straight, and then applying it right onto my bullet journal. The next stamp I'm using is called the Charming Cafe, and I'm just using the chairs and the teacup right at the very bottom corner. Again, using my clear acrylic block, lining it up onto the grid line and inking it with the black archival ink and stamping it onto the bottom right corner of the page. You want to make sure that your ink is dry, and so my recommendation is taking your heat tool and drying the black archival ink before applying colors. When your stamped images are dry, you can actually go ahead and color using our Stampin' Right markers. I haven't tried the stamping blends or any of the other markers, but I just wanted to show you that you can stamp on your bullet journal without having it leaking through the other page, and it actually, if you are not a drawer, you can actually stamp onto your bullet journal, and then this is your personalized journal that you can create. So have fun with the bullet journals, the gesso, and all your stamps that you have on hand, and it makes a great masterpiece, and you don't have to really draw as if you are not a drawer. Okay, so anyways, thanks for joining in today, and I hope that this tip is good for you and that you will continue to organize yourself and keep stamping away. If you have any questions, you can contact me at lizhollowaydesign.ca, and I'd be happy to help you. Bye!